See which one is going to avoid it this time around. On the side of the rating, we've got Candlevi playing the Slardar. On the Life Stealer, we've got E Cricket. Pudge will be handled by Ray Kiriyama on the... Is that a mid lane Pudge? He's got Stout Shield and a Windlace. Could be. Max himself is going to be playing the Rubik. Axe on the off lane will be handled by Hipporit, rounding out the Princeton High School Dinkies side. Here for Chong's Homeschool, then, it's going to be a Sven handled by darn it. He actually told me how to pronounce it just before this game was starting. Tresniffy. I think that's it. Tresniffy. Magnanimous will be handling the Disruptor. Mid lane Templar Assassin, that's going to be ya boy GC. We've got Centaur Warrunner, that's going to be Polydank. And then finally Warlock will be handled by that cute little face. Gotta love it.
The battle begins.
So here we go into game number 1. Max Shi going to the old rune spot, but he's not going to find it there. He's just still continuing to see if he can put some pressure on the mid lane. I'm not sure if he's been scouted out at all. He might have walked slightly into vision there. So maybe your boy GC could be ready for this one. We'll have to see. But Pudge already getting set up in the mid lane to play up against the TA, who should actually have a pretty good advantage here. She is pseudo ranged versus melee, and her damage is not terribly, well, it's pretty hard to play against with the refraction up, so they'll get through their first couple levels. There's a lift into a rot from Ray Kiriyama, and they know that your boy GC has gone for the side blades to start. Now, Ray is taking some pretty big damage here, but the thing is, it's a very low level rot, so he's not going to be taking a huge amount of damage from it, but he is actually going to not be able to deny himself. Did actually fall to the Disruptor there, so he picks up first blood, but ends up giving it to the other team as well. But he still comes out on top of that just a little bit. And it doesn't hurt to get the Rubik involved in the early game either. Looking at our other lanes, Axe is not showing up to the off lane at all. He's just trying to take advantage of any amount of time that he can get in the jungle right now. And with the early support rotation in the mid, Chong's Homeschool might think about trying to help out there a little bit more in the near future. Candlevi going around the side. There is actually no vision here for the Dire side, so he's just going to continue to try to get the pulling done here. Excellent job on making sure that the creep wave doesn't get back into the lane, so he's going to actually get some pretty good levels from this, and maybe a little bit of gold if he can handle it. Oh, there's the tomato clap, so he's not going to get as much out of that creep wave. Oh, we've got another gank on the mid lane. Refraction is available this time around from your boy GC, but he's going to be taken off by the rot. It's going to force out a support rotation from the Warlock. See if he can heal up the Templar Assassin at all. The heals will be pretty strong, but the hook is there from Pudge, and Ray Kiriyama will be able to pick up that second one on the mid lane. The tower, not going to kill him. So the Pudge manages to make this lane very difficult for the Templar Assassin. We talked about how the Rot is just a very good tool against her, and they also have the Rubik rotating around the map to put some pressure on her as well. Polydank could be in some trouble at bottom. There's a Stomp. Some mana used by the Centaur at the cost of just a little bit of health for Candlevi, so I'm pretty sure they're going to be happy with that one. Meanwhile, the Disruptor at bottom with a double damage rune. It could be difficult for Princeton to play against this, but the Pudge has rotated in. There's the stun from Telekinesis. Pudge throws out the hook, gets it onto that face there, and he manages to pick up the Warlock kill. Polydank trying to stay alive. Ray Kiriyama, he's just going to try to rot himself down for the suicide, which he got off Candlevi. He will be able to get something else, but Max Shi low. He's not actually low, but they do see the Templar Assassin coming in, which is not really something that they're going to want to try to play against right now. She is only level 3 Magnanimous up on the side. Hook is there from Ray Kiriyama, and they're going to pick up that one, looking for another one. Your boy GC, he could get taken down for the 3rd time this game. In fact, he does, the way of Max. And the Pudge comes in, and he absolutely wrecks the Templar's day once again. And Princeton High School showing a lot of prowess in the early game.
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
And, well, it means that the Pudge is already starting to hit on a couple cylinders. Okay, Rage used by E-Cricket here. It doesn't use a whole lot of mana, but he can't really keep doing that all the time. And the Warlock's going to keep being able to Shadow Word him whenever he wants. And the thing is, whenever their Lifestealer uses the Rage, I mean, they know that he's not going to have it for the next time. So that's kind of license for the Centaur Warrunner to get a Stomp Off onto him. Do a little bit more damage there. So we'll see how he manages to handle that. That's always the problem with showing your cards a little bit too soon. Hipper will be moving over to the side here. I believe he has scouted out the Disruptor, who is hasted up. He uses the glimpse to get the axe back, but Disruptor hasn't picked up a level into the kinetic field yet. He decided to go a little bit more into the Thunder Rolls, so Thunder Strike, but are they actually going to get him? Trethnippy is still going after Hipporyt, but Pudge is going to show up. He needs some vision here. He's going to see the Warlock over to the side. Who is he going to decide to hook? It's the Disruptor. Happy birthday, Disruptor. You got a Pudge hook for a present, and the axe is going to take his big blade right to your face. And I should actually fix the vision. Do like to try to show that as much as possible. Just how much these players are seeing, so it can impact their decisions a little bit. Being nighttime, they generally don't see a whole lot, so they're forced to deal with that. And TA, she saw the Pudge rotate off the lane. The hook is not going to be there. The hook is not going to reel in the Templar Assassin in that case. Oh, actually missing a kill in the top lane, like the T-Tours professional I am. The more T-Tours you get, the better you are, apparently. But Axe gets the call off and manages to Calling Blade the Sven there to get a nice kill. Maybe a little bit lucky with the spins, but Sven always has to be aware of that, especially with how good this early game is going. There's a hook on the Pudge into a telekinesis. Another easy rot kill for Ray Kiriyama. And he's really showing the use of picking that up here. And honestly, for Chong's Homeschool, I don't even know if this is something that you ban out. I mean, even though it's being played very well, I think it's just an overall team play from the Dinkies that is winning out here, and Chong's Homeschool can't really keep up with it. But with that, the Radiant side continue to dominate the map. And they've got a great start on the Lifestealer. Pudge is doing well, which is absolutely what you want. He's going to be going for a Soul Ring first. And where is that courier going? Just a Windlace and a Healing Salve for the Centaur Warrunner. Now Warlock is starting to take up more of a full-time position in the mid lane. Pudge is setting himself up for the hook, and he's going to pop the illusion. See if he's going to... Yeah, he's going to play the mind games. He throws the illusion back into the lane, and they might actually know that it's an illusion. Oh, no! How does he miss that? How unfortunate. How unfortunate that he could not quite get the hook. You know, sometimes you're hidden, sometimes you're missing. He's still been playing a very good early game, so I don't think this is going to have too much of an effect for him. Just would have been really nice for him able to get that first hook with the Dismember. So that's going to mean that the Pudge... Oh no, actually going back to the bottom lane, we do have a Rage used just in time by E-Cricket. Does he have enough mana to go on the Polydank? He actually did not have the cooldown up on the Phase Boot, so he could not quite catch up to the Centaur there. He's moving pretty quickly with the Tranquil Boots. Oh, nice hook on the mid lane. Pudge reels in the Warlock, and he tried to do as much as he could with the Shadow Word. Apparently someone has to go to the bathroom. I don't really know why they gotta go to the bathroom right now. In fact, we already had one of those breaks just 8 minutes ago. But who am I to judge? I'm only Pythian Legume. Follow me on Twitter. No, I'm just kidding. But yeah, these Pudge hooks are something that Chong's Homeschool haven't really seemed to be ready for. And while it is good to keep the Warlock on the mid lane to help out the Templar Assassin when she needs it, it's also another hero for Pudge to hook. And we'll see if he can pick up another one here. It is daytime, so They know exactly where the Pudge is. And he's... Oh my... You know exactly where he is! They knew exactly where he was, and the Templar Assassin still got hooked. I mean, she saw that. She saw the Pudge standing there. I am... you know, sometimes it's difficult. I mean, the Templar Assassin already having a really tough game. 0-5-0. It's not really getting anything done here. Maybe she can manage to get up to a couple of items. I mean, her Centaur's not doing terribly. Sven is having a difficult time finding farm, though. Let me going Echo Saber first. And Pudge is back on the high ground. Gets the easy CS, picking up the melee creep there. Right now, I mean, even though it is daytime and they have some vision of the... This Pudge is basically just standing in places where the Dire so obviously have vision. And he's still hitting some hooks. I'm just very confused. He wants to try to get some use out of the arcane. He's not going to be able to, though. This Thunderstrike is going to do absolutely nothing to him if he still has the Tranquil Boots going. Pudge over to the side. Who does he get here? Templar Assassin needs to try to play against this. They know. They know that the Pudge is there, but he's still going to try to go for those hooks. I don't know. This is just so strange to me. But in any case, Pudge has his friend Axe doing some work on the map. Easy Calling Blade. And an easy Satyr as well. Got 2 spins there with the neutral camp. That is a pretty good play from him. And a very early Blink Dagger. Just 10 minutes in the game, he's already making life very difficult for the Pudge. Or not the Pudge, but the Sven. This is a pretty big dominating early game from Princeton High School. Max going over towards the Dire jungle here, and Magnanimous has scouted this entire thing out with the Invis Rune, but the TA is going to come through, and she does see the axe there, but the axe sees her. Refraction put up, but the hook, the ride, the dismember, TA in some trouble. Candle V wants to get the crush off as well, and he's going to do it with the help of Max throwing in the Fade Bolt to get the last hit onto the hero there. And the Templar Assassin takes another death. So now we finally have Princeton High School going in on the mid lane tower. Finally trying to get their first tower of the game. I mean, they've dominated the early game. This was gonna obviously come in very soon. I mean, when you have such a dominating early game, the tower should not be too long to fall behind. But well, Polydank, he does have the Stampede available. Wonder if he's actually going to be able to use it here, or if the Pudge is going to be able to hook him out. Meanwhile, Pudge, Slardar looking to get Gang Squad going here. Pudge over to the side. Not sure if he's been seen. Yes, he has most definitely been seen. They're going to glimpse back Hippolyte. He gets the call off on the 2. Meanwhile, we've got Pudge looking. He's not actually going to have enough range for the hook. Actually, that one he does have enough range for. He was thinking about the Centaur, but instead he picks up the Warlock. The tower goes down. And Princeton High School get another kill off the map. An axe for a support, not the best trade, but you know, it's much better than nothing. And it's another kill going over to Pudge, or another kill involvement for the Pudge. And that tower is very low at bottom. Pudge also going for a Hand of Midas, so he's obviously feeling pretty good about this game. Where's the vision for Princeton High School? They haven't seen Trethniffy get over to the side. E-Cricket might get initiated on, but Axe gets a call from the 2. Sven coming in with the stun out onto the Axe. He threw it actually onto the creep, but it still works there. E-Cricket, can they actually kill him off here? He needs to arm with Toggle through a lot of this one. Pudge still getting kills on the backside. Templar Assassin. Alright, they're going to glimpse back Hipper, who actually blinks over to the side. And they can't pick him up right now. Trethniffy does have enough mana for the stun if he toggles the boots to intelligence, but what he does not have is the range. So another fight goes the way of Princeton High School. Chong's Homeschool finding it really difficult to actually get anything going here. And if we take a look at the net worth, it's not really a great picture for Chong's Homeschool. Oh, come to Pudge. We've got Disruptor. We've got Warlock. Warlock's still at not even level 6. He's at level 5. And there's literally nothing they can do about that. This is something that might be a little bit too graphic for younger viewers. And the Magnanimous continues to stand right next to the Rain Observer. Pudge is coming around the side. Does he actually get the hook off? He's got the Invis rune. His vision here is limited. Does he actually go in? He knows there's a sentry there, but Magnanimous, he cannot escape this one. Dunk comes in. See ya, baby. Disruptor forever, level 5. And the Dinkies get another one off the map. 16-2 now. Pudge is at 7-2 and 7. 727. That's not an airplane, but it's pretty damn close. And now we might start to see them go for a tier 2. I mean, obviously, at this point, Princeton have a lot of different options, but they want to keep the pressure onto Chong's Homeschool, and they don't want to give up any kills there either. Throwing out the Corrosive Haze out onto the Centaur Warwinner. I just noticed yesterday that the Slardar Bash now is called the Slithering Bash or something like that. Let me check. Slithering... Or the Bash of the... That's why I love Sword. It's called the Bash of the Deep. I don't really know who decided to name it that, but someone might want to explain some innuendos to Valve. Because Sword has been bashing people pretty deep here. If you know what I'm talking about. Oh, the push starts out onto the tier 2, and Templar Assassin immediately kills the creep. When X puts the Battle Hunger out, there's the hook out onto the Warlock, and Rubik throws out the curving trick shot. Stormhammer. Let's see if they can pick up anybody else here. Max getting aggressive. They need another Pudge hook here, but he doesn't have enough mana for it, and Max is even going to tank up the tower a little bit. Glimpses back the Centaur Warrunner. They're going to leave their courier to die there, and no need to worry about it, though. There's the Blinken and the Crush from Slardar. Pudge has so much mana right now. God Strength used by the Sven, and the hook is going to miss because Rubik decided to drop the Sven a little bit over to the left. Glimpse comes back. Slardar in some trouble. They really want to get as many kills as possible here, but E-Cricket is getting in the fight, trying to put some damage on the Warlock, but he's going to be able to find the Centaur Warrunner, and Pudge is there as well. Can they actually just 3-man this one? Oh, nice blink away from the Stormhammer into the 3-man call. There's 1 dunk, 2 dunk, 3 dunk is not going to be there as the axe is now dead, but Ray Kiriyama still wants to get a little bit more. Nice double crush by Candle V, and they should be absolutely clearing out Chong's Homeschool here. E-Cricket over to the side, gets the open wounds out, looking for another hook, but they don't have enough mana for it. They still want to get your boy GC. Where's the vision, though? They don't have the Corrosive Haze, and Axe has disconnected. So that's a bit unfortunate, but Chong's Homeschool still in a lot of trouble here. Maybe the well, the lag is on the Radiant side, so obviously they wouldn't be too affected by it since it is 22-4 in favor of the Axe. But, well, this past fight hasn't gone as well as Princeton would hope, even though they're still nearly at a team wipe at this point. Still not enough mana for a hook, so we'll see what the prospects are on them actually getting the Templar Assassin. Maybe if she shares the bottle with the Pudge, he would be able to hook her to complete the team wipe. But it looks like the Axe is going to be back soon, so I'm not going to have too much time to talk about some absurd situations. And we are ready to go. So let's do it. E-Cricket trying to go mano a mano with the Warlock Golem, who has unfortunately been abandoned by his best fiend and is not going to be able to live too much longer. I think that ward was, well, at least someone placing the ward was scouted out by the Dire side, so they should be able to get that down. There's still a sentry ward up on the Disruptor. Does he actually use it in the right place, though?
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
So with that, Chong's Homeschool are going to try not to get hooked by the Pudge once again, who is going to see the Disruptor. He's not got his Blink Dagger just yet. He doesn't have quite enough gold for it. And Tresnify is going to catch out the Pudge. Here comes the Centaur charge and the God Strength. Can the Pudge actually get out? He's been caught up by the Kinetic Field. Stack Storm is there as well. And the Pudge is going to fall. Now we finally have the Infest going into Hippolyte. I don't really think they've been using that too much this game, but finally they do start to. And they should have an idea about where the wards are, but Axe is going to go into the trees, fully scoured out by the Dire side, and Disruptor's there. Does he actually catch him out? The Axe doesn't know that he's there. Now he does. Gets the call out onto him. Here comes the Infest Bomb. Blade Mail is there as well. Are they going to get any bonus kills? Battle Hunger out on the you boy GC, but they don't have anything else to take out the Refraction. And now it's time for Princeton High School to get screwed over by those Acolyte Ancients. Acolyte Prowlers. Prowler Acolytes. Any case. Yeah, they're going to start to make a play onto the top lane. It's a very difficult game. We already have a Desolator up on Lifestealer, and TA is trying desperately to work towards Blink Dagger, but she just hasn't been able to find too much farm on the map. And it's a very good hero. I mean, you've got some Meld Strike to do some really good damage, but there's only so much you can do on limited items. So hopefully Chong's Homeschool can get a couple of those up. Right now, though, Princeton High School are just trying to bait somebody into defending the top lane. And apparently the servers are bad once again. I don't know. I haven't really been keeping up on the talents too much at all. So I'll just quickly browse through them, see what people are deciding to get. We do have the Blink Dagger finally up on Pudge, so he was working towards that for a while, now has it. So a little bit more mobility for Princeton to just continue to decimate Chong's Homeschool here. There is some kind of damage potential from the Sven now with the Echo Saber, but still, I'm just seeing this game and it's looking really difficult for the Dire side, and difficult might be a bit of an understatement, but you know, we have seen some comebacks before, and Princeton Dinkies were knocked down from the upper bracket by probably one of the strongest teams in the high school Star League in I believe Canton. So I think we casted that match last week or something, but they're doing much better here and looking a little bit more like a team against Chong's Homeschool. In fact, I believe the series against Canton, we only played one game. In any case, initiation out onto the Slardar with the Infest Bomb. They very quickly take down the Warlock, and now Tresnify is trying to fight. Hooked back on the high ground by Pudge, and the Stack Storm is only going to catch up the Lifestealer, who is perfectly okay with that one. Tier 2 tower taking some damage from the creep wave here. Hippolyte does go for the creep cut, and they'll be able to take down the tier 2 tower. So 20 minutes in the game, we only have two towers that are out on the other side of the map for Chong's Homeschool up. Pudge is still hanging out up here. He says, I'm fine, guys. You can go take some more towers down or something. I am perfectly okay to stand on top of this cliff and maybe look for another. Wow, that's a God Strength on Rubik. God Strength on Rubik, may as well go for the Roshan, right? That's what they're gonna do. I don't know how much Rubik is gonna be useful here, but well, that's great. But Roshan will go down pretty quickly. God Strength Rubik is no more, as he has now lost that. But they do manage to take down Roshan in a pretty good time, giving the Aegis over to the Lifestealer. He's got his Desolator's Armlet, very difficult to kill, and he's going to continue with the farm. That's actually a Heaven's Halberd that he wants to go for. Interesting pickup, should make it so that either the Templar Assassin or the Sven are completely kept out of the team fight and easily make him win that engagement. E-Cricket is low. Can the Chong's Homeschool actually do this? They would really like to go on to eat Cricket, but he's going to be life stealing off of this creep wave. And he's also got the infest. Meanwhile, on the other side, Pudge is still doing things. He's actually over on the top. So Chong's Homeschool in places where they shouldn't be. Call out onto the Warlock, easily killed off by the Lifestealer. Now there's going to be even more. Your boy GC, he's being rotted down, taking away the refraction charges. Double kill for the X, another Culling Blade there. And they'll take out the tower. 3 dead on the side of Chong's Homeschool. The Leopard not looking too happy right now, as at Princeton High School want to try to break the base with this. Tier 3 tower in danger. Chong's Homeschool did get 5 kills, but they might be losing a large chunk of their base right now. Top lane is also pushed in, so if Princeton High School can take this tier 3 tower instead of Rax, they could find themselves in a pretty good position to go for a little bit more. E-Cricket, he uses the rage to get through the Static Storm and Kinetic Field, and we have another pause, so that's great. As the Stampede comes out. These pauses are fun. Pause Dota 2. So we are going to be making our way back into this fight. E-Cricket trying to get away. He's got his armlet ready to be toggled. Also an Aegis. One's going to go down. It's just the Ruby. Now it's the Swardar. Great God Strength. Beautiful Chaos Offering. This is the opportunity for Chong's Homeschool. Hook to the backside onto the Warlock, though. He should end up going down. Glimpse back on the Axe. He's going to be brought right back in with the Shadow Word still on him. E-Cricket back into the fight after the Aegis being popped. Still at the Rage up. Pudge looking for another hook, trying to drag them away from the Shrine, but he goes, gets a hook out on the chest Niffy, and oh no, poor Lifestealer is going to get stomped and hit with a huge amount of damage there. They actually get the full 5-man team like Chong's Homeschool. They use what they had the entire time, a team fight. It's just when you get the ultimates up, things start to go a little bit better for you, and look at that gold change just 23 minutes in, but it's a 5,700 gold change in favor of Chong's Homeschool. So I said the Leopards weren't looking too happy. Now the Leopards are quite happy. And Chong's Homeschool, they managed to take a pretty good fight around the base, and that was just a lack of respect from Princeton. They didn't respect the team fight, but now the Templar Assassin is not respecting the Axe. Axe is going to not get the Culling Blade. Candle V is going to hold those honors with his big Basher Scepter there. I don't know. It used to be a Trident. He has a Trident cosmetic. In any case, they kill the Templar Assassin, who's, again, not really had too good of a game. But what do? It's just the fact that sometimes you don't have the best games, sometimes you have very good games. E-Cricket coming around the side. Candle V, oh no. 2-foot blink there is going to stop him from getting the stun out onto the Sven. Also, they haven't taken down the tier 3 tower yet, so Shrine's not yet available for Princeton High School to take either. Princeton High School still want to push down. Heaven's Halberd complete on E-Cricket. He's also picked up another talent here, more damage. And Princeton High School still want to push this in. E-Cricket moving up to the high ground. Tier 3 tower down. Cricket still is going to go in here, even without the rage up. Hook on the backside. Templar Assassin will be able to blink out. Still had the reflection up. Axe blinks in. Doesn't hit the call into anything. Lifesteal still being controlled on the backside. Sven wants to go in, but the rage has been used, and they're going to stampede in. But beautiful four-man stun, actually, by Candle V. They'll pull out the Templar Assassin once again. She's dead for 46. E-Cricket doesn't get hit by the Stormhammer at all, and the Hypocrite clearly wants to go in a little bit more. Chestnutty forced to blink out, and now E-Cricket going right for the full set of Rex. Blink, stomp to the backside. Polydang doing some work here, but beautiful rage by E-Cricket once again. Chaos Offering is on the backside, trying to break up this fight, and they're going to fight under it actually, but the Chaos Offering stolen by Rubik on the 2. Chestnutty in some trouble, Dismember out onto him, and they've taken down 4. You're forcing on a buyback on the Sven. They should be able to take out the full set of racks in the mid lane very easily here, and it's just, again, not looking too great for Chong's Homeschool. With the Golem going over to the top lane, E-Cricket should be looking to put some pretty big damage onto the tier 3. Can they actually stop this one? Polydank wants to get the blink of the stomp, but I don't know if he's actually going to get the opportunity. Hipporit ready to look for the blink call, but they're just going to take down the tier 3 tower right now. And Princeton are not even scared of Chong's Homeschool at all. They did get team wiped at the base before. Here comes the aggression on the E-Cricket, but he turns it right around with a rage. Nice call out on the Tread Nifty, not going to allow him to get away with the Stampede. And now E-Cricket wants to do a little bit more. Stomp to the backside, and the Dismember is going to keep the Centaur Warrunner there. Max, she can only do so much. Fade Bolt gets the kill secure. And Hipporit still wants to do a little bit more here. Blink is up now. Call is available as well. But they're just going to go and take the full set of racks in the top lane. And that's 2 full sets down. Only the tier 2 tower protecting the bottom lane for now. But I don't know if E-Cricket is going to even let them do that. Going towards the base, he's picking up. What is he picking up, actually? The Skull Basher. Full Skull Basher here. Pudge still wants to get some hooks. They could do the fountain farming game if they really want to. Your boy GC needs to put up his refraction, but he's actually just going to go and pick up the Shadow Blade as he watches. Oh, okay. Nice blink out away from the glimpse. Good timing on that as well. They've taken the shrine. They're going to start thinking about going for the tier 2 tower at bottom to try to just put the stamp, the seal on this game. I mean, if you take a look at the net worth, it's just not a pretty picture at all. Nearly a 30,000 lead for Princeton High School. And the XP isn't really too good of a story either. Oh, poor Rubik. He's going for the shrine all by his lonesome here. We'll get some help from the Sword Art, but he got 2 very low damage heroes trying to take down a shrine. As the rest of the team, they might be thinking about going for some more ganks. Pudge is going to scout this one out. Axe Call only on the 1, but the Blade Mail has been popped, and the Dismember goes down to the world. He's not going to be able to do anything here. He's going to be off the mark. And Disruptor is going to keep them out with the kinetic field, but Max wants to do a little bit more as the Axe Call into a big creep wave. Disruptor in trouble. Doesn't even get time to throw out the Calling Blade. And Princeton High School continue to absolutely wreck the Chong's Homeschool side. One Stormhammer not actually dodged by E-Cricket, but here they go. Hip Rip, beautiful call out on the 2. Carrick Offering is on the backside, but it's going to be once again. Nope, it's not summoned by the Ruby this time. Nice Fatal Bond is going to stop that from happening. But Fatal Bond's also a pretty good ability for the Ruby to have. 4 dead on the side of Chong's Homeschool, and Leicester is going to go for the full 5-man team up. He's actually going to be repelled from the base thanks to the Centaur Warrunner. Double Edge, not going to kill him. But that's still going to do it for game number 1 of this best of 3 set. Princeton High School, they managed to come out on top in a pretty convincing fashion. But Chong's Homeschool, clearly have a lot of things to think about before game number 2. We'll see if they can come back and maybe take us to a 3rd game in this best of 3 set. But with that being said, we're going to go to a short break before our next game in the set. So thanks for watching, guys, and we'll be right back after this.